There are two elements we have to think about, why we are doing that and what will happen. DVP, delivery versus payment. Think about it. Any service, whether you ask for a pizza from a delivery guy or a big transaction that involves manufacturing, financing, and whatever, there is a moment that you have to transfer the money and a moment that the service should be provided to you. The longer it is, the bigger risk it is. The longer it is, that is open to security fraudulent, to fraud, delay, all of that is costing us. Where if that is executable in a way that a rule and money and rule executed in the same moment, that will make it different. Delivery versus payment to be executable in the same moment, that will make economical changes, financial changes, and in all elements. And to do that, think about another technology that will be introduced, which is smart contracts. Now, any technology leap worldwide, it should include different technologies with it. It cannot live with one, meaning even the internet consists of what? Consists of HTTP, TCP/IP, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. Different technologies consist of the internet. Tokenization will live the same way. Tokenization will have smart contracts, will have CDBC, will have blockchain, different technologies, but all of them will form the new way we deal with money. So in our example, having a smart contract on blockchain between Emily and Bob, it will make it in one executable form, not the long way we used to have. In general, we will have faster transaction for settlement, 24/7 availability, operational cost should be minimized, it will be zero, enhanced transparency between all parties, it will be cheaper. If all of that is applied, and that's a long run, that's something really futuristic, but we will reach a moment where there is no anymore a delay in settlement. There is no anymore a delay in funding an agent or whatever. Supply chain will be different, economical changes will be different. So let's think about another example here. If you have a transaction that involves FX, for example, so you have, again, Bob and Emily exchanging money in different currencies. It is a three-legs transaction where in a token we have to think about it in one executable form. There is no a delay between them. There is no margins between the transactions. All of that should be considered. Another example is the supply chain. Now, in supply chain financing, if you look at it, you will find supplier one, supplier two, a manufacturer company, money getting exchanged, a bookkeeping in the bank. So there is a lot of question marks, a lot of delay between the transactions. And that also will be helped by the smart contracts. So if I have a smart contracts in between them, where all of them executable in a digital way, it will eliminate all that risk. So if we can think of that scenario, if we could just think of a financial system that is based on tokenization, what other use cases will be driven? We can talk about real estate. So real estates can be tokenized and financially exchanged the same way. Supply chain, cross-border payments, financial assets, even art and paints and collectible, all of that can be exchanged and financially executed instantly. Again, back to the subject of different technologies that are connected to each other to form a new thing, like the example of the internet. I believe tokenization will not thrive without having a very mature AI. Blockchain should be expanding more and more, and also the decentralization of autonomous organizations. Now, we cannot talk about tokenizations without talking about CDBC. I mean, CDBC, the Central Bank Digital Currencies, is a way of exchanging money, but it's purely built on tokenization. So let's think about it. We always have a technology and a way to execute it. So the CBDC, they represent a digital form of the normal money, or fiat money as they call it. Tokenization facilitates this and secure efficiently the execution of CDBC. It's different, but it will help the execution of CDBC. So if we think of all of that, How close are we to have real tokenized money in that form? Now, a large number of countries now reaching and testing. It is estimated there are 87 countries worldwide actually testing CDBC. That represents like 90% of GDP. 9 nations have so far reached the point where they're launching their own CDBC. Nigeria, as far as I know, I've read, are the latest one, and there are other 8 countries as well. So it is a race that countries, central banks, financial companies are racing on. So if we think of the future, how it could be, can we see CDBCs, tokenized assets, CDBCs, tokenized cars and everything in one programmable platform that is unified ledger? Can we imagine how the world will look like, how the exchange of money will be? That's what we call it a different leap. This is, I believe it will be the future after whatever we're having now from digital payments and all. This is the future, how CDBC and tokenized assets will be exchanged. If there is a new market based on unified ledger will host all of that, things will be different. I'm going to summarize everything we covered so far. So it is a technology. It is not limited to the centralization of finance or CBDC or money. It is a technology that can be applied anywhere. And a new financial infrastructure to be built, this might be the future. Unified ledger is coming anyhow. So whoever capture it, master it, maybe will have the lead on it. A head start from all central banks happened already. There is experimenting already, but I believe financial corporates and financial digital payments would have to invest more and more in that technology. To capture it in the beginning is much better than the late. These developments hold potential to revolutionize not only the exchange of money, but we can see new industries coming out of it. I have read all of those resources, part of it. It's published. Go through it. And thank you very much.